Greetings and welcome fellow YouTubers out there. Okay, so I do apologise again with the apologies, always off with the apologies. I'm getting a little bit dusty at doing this because it's been a while, simply because, as I may have said before in my previous video, life has been a little bit hectic, going on with one thing or another, work, adjusting all my hours and stuff that's happening in real life. So as I said, the first up, the apologies. I do apologise for a lack of video content on here, and it's not because I'd given up. I haven't. There's still lots that I wanted to do. It's just that real life had to have come first with all the other stuff that I going through. That being said, there are a lot of stuff that I want to talk to you about. So, as you may have noticed, there was no pre-video in this video. It's like gone straight in, talk, hi, and the data panel down there. Sort of whilst I was trying to write up all the stuff that I want to talk about, the data panel kind of exploded. So as you can see down underneath here, the data panel will probably just say something like stuff right now, because there's so much that I wanted to talk about. So much stuff has happened since my last weekly update, gone monthly update, gone yearly update. So well, let's get on with all the stuff that's going on this month here. What month are we in now? January, February, March, April. We've past March, we're now into April, and as I was saying, there's lots of stuff that's in development at the moment. We've got the Dream engine that's coming out. We've got information about the Oculus Quest that we're all looking forward to. No Man's Sky VR. We've been waiting for this ever since, well, No Man's Sky came out, really. We've always been saying No Man's Sky is definitely one of the ones that really needed a VR update, and here it's coming. And there's been tons and tons of tons of VR content that's come out since our last update. Tons and tons of games, let's plays, reviews. So I just want to have a quick rundown of all the things that we go. Firstly, let's talk about Dreams. Now, Dreams, if you guys don't know, Dreams is a sort of game creation developer tool that is being advertised or given the public perception as a creative game. But it is more than just a creative great game. As I said, Dreams is a full-blown developer tool that not only allows you, it will allow you to create music, it will allow you to create characters, it will allow you to create levels, and then it will allow you to mix all these stuff up to create a full-blown proper AAA title game, if it has enough people working on it, or one person that's very dedicated and very talented. And hopefully I'm going to be trying to see if I can jump on this bandwagon. Dreams really does look quite awesome, and on the 15th of this month they are going to be releasing the early access for Dreams. There's only going to be a few slots, a few limited slots, so fingers crossed that we're actually going to be able to get on the early access. If I can get on the early access, learn the Dreams engine, try and figure out how to create all this wonderful stuff, and I will be streaming. I might even repurpose my YouTube channel a little bit just to dream creation. That I'm going to be go through all these different types of creation kits, methods, give you ideas of how to create new stuff, looking at all the tools, looking at all the features, give you some tutorials how to do stuff after I've worked it all out, of course, because it might take me a little bit of time just to work out how to turn the blinking thing on. But yeah, so we've got a lot of things to look forward to with Dreams. Now, as I I haven't actually figured this bit out yet, but I'm going to be doing, one of the things I'm going to be doing with dreams is what I'm going to be called REM dreaming. And I'm not too sure not anagram, how to pronounce REM. Rapid engaging maneuvers or entertaining manipulation. I'll figure it out, work in process. But the idea is you may start seeing videos coming out of me just like start building something. I want to build like a castle or a mine or work on a character. And as I'm going to go through working on these particular characters, I'll be putting out max REM dreaming of such and such. So yeah, I've got to figure out what REM is going to stand for. Yes, I do know REM stands for rapid eye movement, but I want to try and see if I can adapt it to some of the videos I'm going to be doing. Okay, but yes, dreams, very much looking forward to. I think that it is going to be a game changer, definitely for this channel, and a lot of things going forward. Originally, when Unity came out, I personally thought that Unity was everything that I was looking for in a creation software ever. When I started out in programming way back in like the 1990s, I used to like program in my own spare time, do a little bit of C, a little bit of Java, a little bit of BBC Basic, and I absolutely loved computer graphics. Therefore I got into 3ds Max and animations and Lightwave and Vista. There's lots of different type of animation software, graphic software programs, and when Unity came out, Unity was pretty much an all-in-one. It seems to be the heaven-sent thing that I've been waiting for years. It allows you to create a little bit of 3D graphics, slap on a bit of code, and then you've got yourself a full-blown first-person shooter or whatever you wanted to make it. Okay, I know it's not that simple, but that was the point of Unity. It mixed everything that I was learning from all these different engines and put it into one. Dreams seems to have taken that concept and streamlined it to a massive extent, so that you don't need to be using anything else or extra. It's all in the Dreams system. And so yeah, I really do think that Dreams is going to be massive, it's going to be big, and I am really looking forward to it coming out on the 15th. And like I said, fingers crossed I can get that early access code. So please, Media Molecule, if you're watching, please, hi, can I have a code please? I would like a code. I really do want to start creating some stuff. Let's create some stuff. Okay, next up we have information regarding the Oculus Quest. Information that probably everyone seems to have like known on the internet up to this point. But over the next few months, the Oculus Quest is going to be coming out for what, if you guys don't know what the Oculus Quest is, where the heck have you been? Have you been living under a rock on Moon in an alternate dimension or something? But if you don't know what the Oculus Quest is, then, well, what the Oculus Quest is, it's the next stage in VR technology. When I mean the next stage, I don't mean it's going to be like the next level up, more powerful, more potential, got more programs or more gizmos, gadgets or anything. It's nothing like that. It's next up in that it is portable. The Oculus Quest uses what's called inside-out technology, where basically the cameras are not external. The cameras are placed on the sides of the headset, and is monitoring the room around you. And as your head moves, it detects that movement around, so it could tell whereabouts in space you are in regard to the room around you. So no, you can't take this outside because sunlight will actually dampen the effects that the cameras can work. But you can take it into almost any room. You can take it into the front room, living room, toilet, kitchen, your workplace, on the train, or go into the underground substation. As long as it's inside, you should be able to use it. And you don't need a PC or a console. It is a complete all-in-one compact VR headset. So we are very much looking at the type of technology that was up in Ready Player One. This is what people were stating. Ready Player One, here we come. And this is, like I said, the first step into that mobile VR technology world that we're going to get. Now, as I said, it is not as powerful as anything going out there. It's not as powerful as a PSVR. It's not as powerful as the Oculus or the Rift or the Oculus Rift Vive or anything that's going out on PC, because it is currently using the Snapdragon mobile processor. And basically, like I said, this is a processor that you'll get in sort of mobile phones. So therefore, the quality and details are very, very much less than what's on the PlayStation. But hey, you can be on the train, connected to your tethered to your phone's Wi-Fi, and be VR chatting to someone else across the world whilst you're on the train into work in the morning, or as I say, playing Beat Saber whilst knocking around other people as they try to walk by you. Yeah, just imagine that, trying to play Beat Saber on a crowded train. That's going to be fun and interesting to explain to the people that come. So me and I think it was 7 Degrees of Gaming. I was telling 7 Degrees of Gaming about that, and yeah, so we're kind of on the race to see who can first film the other person playing Beat Saber on a public train, just to get those, just because we can. And yeah, so when the Oculus Quest comes out, yes, I will be getting it. I've been saving up for the past couple of months. I've been saving for this. Yeah, and no holidays yet. Yeah, unfortunately the holidays have to be cancelled. We're getting the Oculus Quest so that I can give you, the viewers, all the details and information about the Oculus Quest when it comes out. We will be doing an unboxing, as well as looking at the interface that's going in, because I think that to me is the most important feature that we haven't seen yet on any of the videos that's come out. I haven't seen anything about the interface. And the interface is what I want to know about. How do you stream? How do you connect it to the internet? How without a computer, how do you download all your games? How do you buy stuff for this game? Are there 50 games already pre-installed on the 64GB hard drive that's in there? Or do you need to download them, buy them and download them? And how do you do that? So when I get the Oculus Quest, I am going to investigate this thoroughly and try and get as much video footage of this as possible, so I can upload the details to you guys to let you know what's going on, how it resolves itself, how it looks, because as I said, there's a much lower processor than the PSVR. What are the quality of games that are going to be like? This is going back to the old school times of what's better, gameplay or graphics. Now at one point everyone would say, oh yeah, forget graphics, it's all about the gameplay. And I say, yeah, right, if you want to forget graphics, go back playing to go back to playing things like NetHack and Morph's World, where, well, NetHack, it was basically everything was done in ASCII text. Great game, no graphics. Or text adventure games. You don't see any text adventure games anymore, and they were awesome. But that's because people secretly do want the graphics. But that being said, we also want gameplay. So I'll let you guys know as sort of the balance that we're going with this. Now there are several games that are definitely going to be that I'm quite interested in, and when it comes out, certainly I'm going to be wanting big screen. I think big screen was a free download, so I'll be looking forward to trying to see if I can put that on there, as well as Rec Room. Everyone's all fussing saying we've got to get Rec Room on there. That's another free download. VR Chat. VR Chat is a very popular chat program that's on the PC at the moment. I'm seeing lots of people doing YouTube videos of VR Chat, and that's going to be coming out on the Oculus Quest as well. So we're looking forward to that. Now there are a couple of other games that people want to go, like Beat Saber, but I think there are some VR MMO RPG games out there. I can't quite remember what they're called. I think one was called Nos. But yeah, we're looking forward to these. I'm very much looking forward to playing my very first VR MMO RPG. Yeah, the sort of thing that we've been waiting for a bloody long time, and yeah, we'll be getting it on the Quest. So looking forward to that. Another thing that I'm looking forward to on the Quest is actually playing a decent bow type game, you know, like drawing the arrows, pulling back and firing bows. Now when I originally saw bow mechanics on the PSVR, I thought that was bloody awesome, but I always had problems with the with it all wavering all over the place, not being able to aim properly, simply because when you've got one move controller in front of you and the other one literally right behind there, sometimes one of them is like hidden by the camera, so therefore you can't see the other one, and it all flies all over the place. So I am interested to see how bow mechanics work on the Oculus Quest, considering it uses more or less different sensors, or sensors coming from the headset. I'm not too sure how the controllers work, but from what I have seen of the controllers so far, the controllers are battery operated. So when I saw one of them, I take apart, they literally slide open a slot and they pulled out like several batteries. Now I was like looking at this and I was thinking, I really hope that we are not having to change batteries every time they run out, because that is going to cost people either a fortune in getting batteries, or basically we're going to have to start getting our old rechargeables out again. What I really would like is the hand controllers to be plug-in, such as like the Move controllers, plugging into a dock and allow them to charge over time. But from what I've seen, it does actually look like it's battery powered, and you will have to replace the batteries every time the controllers run out. So therefore, how long do these controllers last? That's gonna be another thing that I'm going to have words with you guys about when I get it, and how it's going to go moving forward. Third thing that I wanted to have a little talk about was No Man's Sky. Now, as we can see, No Man's Sky is coming out. I have been a huge fan of No Man's Sky ever since that it started several years ago. Now, when it came out, there was this whole brouhaha, oh, it's not the real deal, Sean Murray lied to us, you don't get this, that or the other, everything's all fake and fraudulent, and we've been ripped off, we should sue Hello Games Industries for the crappy work they've done. And I'm like looking at that thinking, well, okay, we say that after we played about 40-50 hours worth of it. So, I mean, if you're playing like 50 hours worth of it before you start realising you're being ripped off, I mean, there must be something that's inside the game that's pretty decent. And to be perfectly honest, I actually kind of liked it. Well, then I've got that sort of mindset. I'm weird like that. I'm a weird person like that, yeah. Really weird. But yeah, as I said, I liked the game. And I kept it. I didn't send it off for a refund. I didn't complain about it. I enjoyed it, and I spent hours, days, weeks playing the game, and then they brought out updates, and they brought each update come up with something new, a little bit of something new. If I haven't got into that, next time we've got like Titan Rises, then we've got like massive carriers, full-flown battle fleets, trading that's starting going through, and little by little over the years, the No Man's Sky universe exploded with stuff and content and missions and base building and carrier commands and all sorts of wonderful things, and they have done a really good job. And people like turning around who was like scoffing and saying bad press about it, and looking at it again and thinking, oh, they've done a pretty decent job there. Good on you. But all the way, ever since the beginning, we have been asking for VR. No Man's Sky was one of those games. If there's a top 10 VR games that needs to be in VR, this is definitely in that top 10. It'd be number like 1 or 2 or something, with definitely Elite Frontier being up there as well. But we all know we're not getting Elite Frontier. At the same time, we're not getting Fallout we're not getting Fallout VR either. But these are still things that we wanted, and now Hello Games has delivered. In the next month or so, they're going to be pushing out a new major update that will give us VR for No Man's Sky, and it is going to completely change the game again. And really, one of the things that I'm really kind of looking forward to on this is because I used to do a lot of base building on No Man's Sky. Some of the things that I used to do was like I created a spaceport on the moon with all different like seasons, just so that people land sort of like a terminal such. I also created an undersea base, as well as loads of different types of bases. I've been trying to create a sort of tower base as well, one that starts on the surface and tries to go all the way up into the atmosphere. I did that both on survival as well as free build. Survival didn't get much because there was just so much in the way of logistics of creating everything, and I was actually on a bit of a roll. But I think I am really much looking forward to giving some guides and tours of all the bases that I've been making, and giving some designs and concepts and ideas of how to create some pretty nice, nifty VR bases in VR for you guys to have a look around, wonder, and see what you think, and such, and fun. Yes, so those are like the main things that are going out at the moment. So we are all the 3 things that we are really looking forward to over the next couple of months. There were some decent games that we've been playing, such as The Wizards. I really enjoyed The Wizards, so I'm going to be doing a full-blown review of The Wizards, so look forward to that on this channel. I really enjoyed how the move controls you worked with creating spells. So you moved your hands in certain directions, in certain type of gestures, to be able to create a spell and then fling it, and yeah, I really thought that they did that very well done. The spell crafting on The Wizards was exceptionally well done, and also the movement. Originally, when it came out, the movement, as I always complain, especially on move controllers, wasn't that great. It was like moving around as an elderly woman using a Zimmer frame, and it was really slow, especially when you're in a combat arena. It was painful. But they did an update to The Wizards, so therefore it is much better now. So you are properly running when you're hitting that move button, and at the same time it sort of works with the spell crafting, because you can run with the left move controller, craft spells with the right one for one or two offensive ones like the fireball. However, if you need to craft spells with the left one, such as like the defensive procedure or heavy attack type spells, then you have to stand your ground. You can't move whilst you're crafting certain types of spells. And like I said, I think that sort of works with the general theme of the wizardry. Light spells you can run and fire at the same time, but the more intensive spells like the fire blast or the lightning bolt or the ice bow, you do need to stand still and get on with it, basically, so you can focus on doing your spell crafting, which I thought was cool. Another game that came out, which I'm also going to do a review, is Cave Digger. Now, Cave Digger I consider what we call a folding type game. More of what a folding game is inside the review, because if anyone watched my live stream when I did that, they saw me going on ranting on different types of folding games and what folding games is, and then realised everyone's probably all buggered off and I was on my own, no one was listening. But yeah, that was fun. Another fun thing that came out is D-Day. Yeah, so we've been waiting for D-Day to come out. Reggie Strange from Strange Game Studios has created an awesome game with D-Day. 32 people in an area kicking the shit out of each other. Sorry, my French, I do apologise. I might need to beep that out so I don't get demonetised. Now, okay, just noticing that the battery power on my camera is about to run out, so I've been nattering on for long enough. So hopefully this one actually does get out. I've been trying to create these videos again for ages, but for one reason or another, I just hadn't had the time. Got lost in production, or other things have happened, and I haven't been able to get through. So hopefully we'll be able to get this one done, and I'll be able to get this one done tonight. I was going to do this video on Saturday and Sunday, but real life interrupted me, so therefore I'm doing this on a Monday. So I think that is pretty much most of what I wanted to talk about today. Oh, one last thing, yeah, whilst I remember. Well, if I remember, and now I've forgotten, what was I remembering? Sci-Fi London. Oh, yes. Sci-Fi London! Sci-Fi London. Yeah, got my t-shirt on to remember. Sci-Fi London is going to be doing a 48-hour film challenge again, and we are very much looking forward to this 48-hour film challenge. This isn't something based on VR or whatever is normally going on out there in the community. This is something that I myself am really quite involved in, really do enjoy volunteering with. Once a year, Sci-Fi London sets out what's known as what we call a 48-hour film challenge. We get people from all over the country, sometimes even the world, come down to us in London for this challenge. And what happens is, day one, at like midday, we're all pulled into into one of the cinemas, and we're given a briefing on the up and coming events. And each person will be given something like a prop, a line or a theme, and they've got 48 hours to make a 5-minute film based on those things that they're given, those 3 things that they're given to do. And after 48 hours, all the entries are then sent back to head office, and we'll decide the winner. And we got so many good stuff that comes out. Last year when we did this, I managed to get from our Lord and Master Louis Savvy. I managed to get from our Lord and Master the runners-up, or the final entries for the 48-hour film challenge, and I put them down here on my YouTube channel as 5-minute movie nights. So I think you might even be able to see them on my homepage. I still got a list of the 5-minute movie nights as they go out. If luck would have it, and if Louis is still in a great mood, I might be able to get. I'm going to ask him to see if I can get it a game for this year. So again, fingers crossed that I'll be able to ask Louis for the entries again, so I can put them up against again this year. Because they were very well received when they came up last time. Lots of people enjoyed them, lots of people loved them, and yeah, we just have so much fun with these. It's all great, loving it. I don't think that I'll be bringing out my 360 camera for this. I normally get the 360 camera out for some of the other events that we do. I don't know if we're doing a hat stock event this year, but if we do, I think there's going to be an Oculus Quest in there as well. So we're looking for, hopefully we might get a hat stock event going as well. But I will keep you guys up to date and informed as it goes. Now I'm going to sign off now, and hopefully I'll be able to keep this pace up again. As I do apologise about the lack of content as of late, but I am going to see if I can get this back up and running. If I can't get it done on the weekend, I'll do it during the weekdays. Yes, there has been less Let's Plays during the weekdays, but that's because I really need to get in some time to do other stuff as well. Family and friends and all that. But yes, thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed creating this. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys out there.